What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you another Eagles recap review today. Now, I normally do these videos after the Eagles game, but I had to kind of watch my brother and sister today, and so I couldn't get it out when I wanted to. Plus, I wanted to watch the Cowboys game first to get a perspective of where things are. And I must say, the Cowboys just find a way each and every week. Whether if it's teams who beat themselves up or whether teams just cough it up. In this case, the Cowboys technically, I would say the Steelers kind of coughed it up, and this is the Eagles review. I'll get into the Cowboys in a minute. The Eagles game, I was not able to watch it, and I was not able to listen to it. For whatever reason, I was not able to listen to it. I'm not sure why that was. But when you live in Florida, you have to have the NFL package, and I tried to get it this year with my dad, but he wasn't having that, so I couldn't get it. So I had to watch it play-by-play, or read it play-by-play when it happened. So I'm glad that the Eagles won the game. I'm glad that we're 5-4. The problem here is we're still in the bottom of the division. The Redskins also won, and as much as painful for me to say it, the Redskins are just the NFC East, man. I don't know what it is this year, bro, but we're all looking good. We're all looking good, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but we're all looking good. It's hard to say who's the better team coming out this division. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd put the Cowboys at an 8. I'd put the Giants and the rest of the teams in the division, I put them at a 7. We're all even right now, but the Cowboys are one step ahead. Am I still saying the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl? Not yet. But they got the Ravens next week, and I can see them winning that. They very well might go 15 and 1, or they'll go 13-3. What do you mean 13-3, Steve? Well, the last couple of games, they might rest their starters and everything like that. And, but they might rest their starters and everything like that. So, obviously, then they'll lose the last couple of games. But think about this last year. Last year, the Carolina Panthers were dabbing on everybody, just beating everybody. They were world beaters last year, and they were going to win the Super Bowl, and then they didn't do it. They didn't do it. They choked in the Super Bowl, pretty much. They choked. I only see 2 more teams possibly having a chance. 2 more teams. That is the Seattle Seahawks, and that is the New England Patriots. And by the New England Patriots, I mean that would mean they would have to be in the Super Bowl. But it's funny I bring up the Seattle Seahawks because they're our opponent next week. We got the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. And we all know how we've been this year on the road. We're like 1-6, 1-7, 1-5, something like that. 1-4 on the road. And it's like, oh my God. Especially with the Seahawks defense. My friend Addy is just like, bro, if we were able to stop the highest scoring offense in the league, if we were able to stop them, we can stop Seattle. And it's true. Seattle is not what it has been in the last couple of years. But that defense is still legit. You want an example of it? A couple Sunday nights ago when they were facing Arizona and they were on the field pretty much the whole entire night. And the score was still only 6-6. They were tired, and yet they still didn't allow a touchdown. So that's what I mean when I say they're legit, that this is going to be hard, that I don't know what's going to go down. But I'm hoping we pull off the win. I really am. I believe in Carson Wentz. But, bro, I was watching these games. I was listening at these clips, man, watching some of the things, man. And the receivers, bro, like, you say that the Eagles fans make up excuses of why we lose. We don't make up excuses. It's legit fact that our receivers can't catch. And I know we win, and I should be optimistic. I should be happy, and I am happy. But I just watched the Cowboys come back from a win and beat the Steelers, man. They were up. They were up. They were going to win the game. All they had to do was stop them. And then one thing led to another, and Zeke ran in for the touchdown. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. It's just a quarterback thing. It's just Carson Wentz. I want Carson to be better than Dak. I would give the Rookie of the Year to Ezekiel Elliott, to be quite honest with you. I would not give it to Dak Prescott. Because let's be honest. If you take Dak Prescott and put him on a different team, say you put him on the Jaguars, would Dak Prescott still be performing? Would the Jaguars be 8-1 right now? Would they be 8-1 right now? Would Zeke be, if you put Zeke on any other team? I don't know. Maybe. That's why I'm saying they can't be MVP caliber. Because MVP means they're just world beaters. They look incredible. Not just the numbers, but the fact of how good they look. And if you take them off one team, can they perform better, just as the same, or better on a different team? And I can't see Zeke or Dak Prescott performing this well because they got this offensive line. So I've got two hopes left: Seattle and New England. I don't want it to come to New England. I want Seattle to stop them. I want Seattle to beat them. But the way the Cowboys are looking right now, it's hard for me to admit. I've already admitted to you that they're a Super Bowl team. Every year I said we were going to beat them. They didn't do it. I said the Packers were going to do it. They didn't do it. I said the Steelers were going to do it. They didn't do it. The rest of the teams on the schedule are not going to make a difference. Yeah, they still got the Redskins, and yeah, they still got the Giants. The Giants were lucky to win that game, let's be honest now, because Terrence Williams did not go out of bounds. Let's be honest, they were lucky. And the Redskins, they could have won the game. If you really think about it, though, all the games have been close. It's not like they're completely dominating the game. And what I mean by they're not completely dominating the game is this. The Giants game, okay, first game, fine, whatever. But the Giants game, it was 19-8. It was 19-20. Kirk Cousins doesn't throw an interception. The Cowboys start off 0-2. If Doug Peterson kicks the field goal and we run out the clock with Sproles, Eagles win that game. I still cannot listen to Sunday night music. I still cannot watch a Sunday night game. I just can't because it boggles the mind. And I know this is the Eagles recap video. But the fact that the Cowboys did what they did, I got to give it up to them. I got to give my respect to them. They look incredible right now. And I was just talking on the phone a while ago with my friend Roberto, and I said, you know what? I clearly can't stand the Cowboys, and it's really your fault. And he's like, how is it my fault? And I said, because before I met you, I did not care about the Cowboys. I did not care about them. I never paid attention to them. But the moment I met you and the moment you made this personal, I started to care. And I wanted to rub it in your face when they lost. And when they won, I just wanted to not talk to you and stuff. It's just, now I don't know what to do. Now the Cowboys keep winning. Are they winning the Super Bowl? God help us all, they're not. I mean, think of it like this. Everyone says the NFL is rigged, right? If the NFL is rigged, who deserves to win the Super Bowl more? The Cowboys or the Eagles? Who? Because the Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowls, and the last one they won was in 1995. We have not won one. We have not won one. If the NFL is really rigged, who deserves it more? The Eagles or the Cowboys? I'm not saying it's rigged. I don't want to believe it's rigged. I just want to believe that the game comes down to what the game says. But back to the Eagles game. I'm just getting off topic here with the Cowboys thing. Back to the Eagles game. It was an ugly win. But again, it was a team win. They did it together, and I guess you can say that's all that matters is they did it. They poured it out. We're undefeated at home. We're 4-0 at home. We got to go on the road. We got to beat Seattle somehow, some way. I don't know how, but we have got to figure out a way to beat Seattle. Then we got to come back home, and we've got to face Packers and Aaron Rodgers. And after what happened to them today, I mean, I'm not worried about it. But he's still Aaron Rodgers. Let's not forget that. He's still Aaron Rodgers. We can never forget that. Even if he's having a bad, even Tom Brady's having a bad year. You can't just like, oh, he's having a bad year, but we can go in and beat him. No. We've got to do it. We got to win. If there was a moment for a miracle to happen and all the teams to work together, if the offense just clicks that day, if the defense just clicks that day, if the special teams just clicks that day, it's against the Seattle Seahawks. Because if you remember last year when we all just clicked and the moons were aligned just right and we beat the Patriots, you all remember that? When we beat the Patriots last year, that's what the team we need next week, when the special team scores, when the defense scores, when the offense scores. That's what we need next week. That's what we need for just to be a perfect game, and we're all just beating, and we beat Seattle, and we go into the toughest part of the schedule, 2-0, and we end up 6-4. If we can somehow pull this out and beat these world beaters of teams and come out with this win of these 4 straight games of tough teams to beat, and we come out 4-0, what would we be? We would be 8-4? 8-4? I mean, again, to get to the playoffs, we've got to move up in the division. We really do. And the Giants and the Redskins are ahead of us. We're still in last place. So I see the only way us winning is by beating them. We've got to beat them. Because if we don't beat the other division teams, we will not be in the playoff. I said it last time, and I'm going to say it again. If you have the opportunity, do not hold back. Go for it. If we have an opportunity to make the playoffs, make the playoffs. Don't say, oh, it's a rebuilding year, so we don't need to go to the playoffs this year. It's a rebuilding year. No, if you have the opportunity to go to the playoffs, go to the playoff. If there's any team I would want to knock off the Cowboys, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. For them, all their hard work to come, and then we face them in the NFC Championship game, or we face them in the divisional game, and we beat them? Bro, oh my God, for all their hard work to just go down the drain, and for them to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles would be the perfect thing. We could lose the Super Bowl, and I wouldn't want that. I would want us to go on and win. But we could lose the Super Bowl. But if we got in the playoff and we stopped the Cowboys, are you kidding me? We won that game, and you know it. We won that game. But for us to get in the playoffs somehow, some way, I'm not saying we're going undefeated the rest of the way. We're going to end up 12-4. At the very best, if we continue to play as a team, we can go 10-6. 10-6 is going to have to give second place in this division. But again, I said it before, and I said it, if we get into the playoffs, and we get Dallas and we beat them, I'm telling you, I'll be like, oh, that's what I'm going to be like. That's what Eagles Nation's going to be like. Cowboy Nation's going to be like, bro, what happened? They're going to be shaking their hands like, we had a great year. Hey, guess you know who had a great year last year? The Carolina Panthers. And look what happened to them. They were the best in the NFL. 15-1, and they still lost the Super Bowl because they choked. Tony Romo is going to be the backup. I guess he's cool with it. We got Seattle next week, y'all. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. But the Birds can pull it out. The Birds can pull it out. I believe we can. I hope we can. And if we can, admit again, it's going to make me think. It's going to make me question. What the heck? Why is it that we can beat world beaters, but we're supposed to beat teams, but we lose the teams we're supposed to beat? Like, we could go and beat New England next week, right? And then the following week, we would lose to the Tennessee Titans. And I'm not taking anything away from what they did today against the Packers. That was incredible what they did. But for us to go out and beat the New England Patriots and then the next week lose the Tennessee Titans, that's like, what the heck? How do we beat these guys, but then we end up losing to these guys? Like, it don't make sense. Like I said, that's why we're unbalanced. That's why we're just not evening out. So that's pretty much been the video for today. Overall, I gotta give it up to my Birds. We did it. We pulled out the win. We're undefeated at home, 4-0. Let's go get this W against Seattle. And I gotta give it up to the Cowboys again. But their time will come. I mean, I know Stephen A. gonna go off. I know Skip's gonna be happy. 8-1. It's gonna be, oh my God. It's gonna be, oh my God. It's gonna be difficult to get in the playoffs. It's gonna be real difficult. We've got to win. How many games we got left? 7, 6. We got to win at least 4 of those games. Gotta go 10-6. We gotta win the next 5 games, bro. 5 out of 7. We can only afford to lose 2 more games. And that's about it. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, maybe for another reaction video, just to catch up on how I'm feeling. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you, or actually 3 words. Fly, Eagles, fly, and the Cowboys will get theirs. I don't know where. I don't know when. I don't care if it's Tom Brady. I don't care if it's Russell Wilson. Heck, I would love it if it was Carson Wentz. But they're going to get theirs. But again, I got to give it up to them. I said it last week or a couple weeks ago after they beat us. They are a Super Bowl contender. And it sucks to say that, hurts to say that, but you got to be real about it. And I'm real. Everything I say is real. When I talk about wrestling, I'm real. When I talk about this, I'm real. So that's it, y'all. Peace out.